Hi everybody, so today we're going to be taking a look at this. This is from Eleaf. This is the new iJust 21700 stick. It does come with the tank, the Duro tank, which is one of my favorite Eleaf tanks. And it does come with this stick mod. Now the difference on this is that you can actually put the battery in. It does take a 21700 or an 18650 battery with the adapter that it comes with. So either one, you can go ahead and use it, which I think is great because a lot of people are like, oh, I want, more milliamp hours and I want it to be a bigger battery. And now you can actually put in your own battery so you can change it out 21700 or 18650. I love the new bubble glass shape. It is actually, to me, it almost looks like a gem or genie bottle. I don't know. It just gives it that nice little vibe look to it. And it does hold 5.5 mils of e-liquid, which is another great thing because Eleaf usually gives you a pretty big juice capacity in their bubble glasses, so I think that's great. So yeah, so besides that, if I go any further, then I won't have to take you down. So let's go ahead and go down, take a closer look at the Eleaf iJust 21700. Okay, so here we are with the iJust 21700. This is the box that it comes in. You've got your scratch off authenticity. It shows that this is the one with the 21700 battery included. They are going to have two versions, one with the battery and one without. On the back, it's going to tell you what it is. You've got your iJust mod, you've got your atomizer, you've got two coils, user manuals, and warning cards and things like that. And then on the other side, it's just going to have all their social media. And then you open up the box. Inside the box, you're going to be getting your user manuals. One, of course, is going to be for the Duro tank, and then one's going to be for the iJust 21700 mod. There are always two manuals for Eleaf, which is one of my things that I love about them, is the fact that they always have two separate manuals. That way you don't have to go through one just to find out information about the other thing. Inside, you're going to get your tank. You're going to get your stick mod. You're going to get underneath, you're going to get an extra battery, which I'll show you, some O-rings and gaskets, your USB firmware or a charging cable. I don't recommend charging batteries within your mod, so I would think that they're going to have some sort of a firmware upgrade. And then you're going to get a battery sleeve for 18650 batteries. So it does take 21700 batteries or 18650s with the sleeve. It also comes with a spare glass. With the straight glass, it does hold 4 mils of e-liquid. With the glass that it currently has installed, it does take 5.5 mils of e-liquid. So that is that for the box. Okay, and first we're gonna go over the tank. So the tank is really, really nice. I love that they changed the look of the bubble glass. I love bubble glass, and this one, it reminds me sort of like a genie in a bottle, doesn't it? It does come with this nice resin type of glass. It has the matching drip tip on it. The drip tip is removable. It is 810 style, but it does have the O-rings on it, so you might not be able to fit any of your 810 drip tips unless you have the O-rings on it. It does have this little T right here. That's where you would actually push it back to fill it. You would fill your e-liquid right there and then close it back up. It's really, really nice, and it clicks right into place, so I like that. This, of course, is the rainbow edition. The other editions might look just a little bit different. On the bottom, you're going to have the same type of designs that we're used to with the Eleaf stick, iJust stick type of tanks that they have, especially the Elo tanks. Really, really nice. I love the rainbow color on it. And then, of course, it does have your tri-airflow, which I love, love, love. It's got one here, one there, and one there. So whatever you do to one, it does happen to the other. On the bottom, it is a 25 millimeter in diameter tank, and it does say Duro on it. And then to get inside, to change your glass or your coil, all you do is unscrew the base like this. And then this is where you can actually change your glass or clean it. And then on the bottom, it's really, really nice. I love this gasket that they have on there. I like the fact that they color coordinated it. That, to me, it just shows that they were actually thinking of the consumer, in my opinion. So you've got your mesh coils. It does come with two, but they're just a little bit different in the way that they are. One is more of a strip coil and one's more of a mesh coil. This is the base that it has to put your coil in. Now, I want to show you something because this is a little bit different than their other ones. If you notice in the airflow, there's like that little cup right there, but you can't see it there, but it's there. What it is that there's these little tiny little pockets here that are all around it. And those pockets, what they do is the juice will actually get absorbed into that little type of like dish sort of. And when you inhale, it's actually going to pull the air through or pull the excess juice through. So it's called like a self-cleaning. So any excessy liquid that gets into your base is going to get sucked right up in your coil, which I think is great. Now this is the HWM2 coil. This is the mesh coil. This is the 0.2 ohm coil. It is 40 to 90 watts. It's really, really nice. It shows you the mesh right there. And then if you notice, there's a little tiny little nub right here. This nub actually has airflow holes all around it. I'm actually going to show you a picture right now. You see how that is? The air literally comes out and hits your cotton and your coil, so it's got more of a flavor to it. So I think that that is absolutely phenomenal that they did it with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. They've just improved it in many ways, in my opinion. And then, of course, I did say that it does come with the extra coil. The extra coil is made the same way, except for this one does have a black ribbon here. This one also has those little tiny holes for the same reasons and your little nub right there. And if you notice, this is more of the strip coil. It's actually got a tighter mesh in it. And this is their HWN2 0.2 coil. It does go 40 to 90 watts, the same as the other one, but this is the strip coil. So they're both a mesh coil. One is just called a strip coil and one's a mesh coil, but they do have the same ranges. So what you want to do before you put this together is you definitely want to go ahead and prime your coil, which I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to be using this Marsh Madness. It's a cherry marshmallow. Oh my gosh, if you haven't seen my review, you got to see it. You just got to see it. It's freaking amazing. If you like marshmallow flavors, this is for you. So there we go. And I'm just going to wet the cotton that's on the outside a little bit, and then I'm going to wet it on the inside as well. Just a little bit. I'm not going to drown it, but I am going to wet it. And then you're going to put it in here and just screw the top on. It's as easy as that. And then find your little T-spot, which is right there. Push that back and go ahead and fill it here. And that's it. Really, really easy to fill. No mess, no guess. So I'm going to put that aside. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the mod. Now the mod is a stick mod, so it doesn't really take too much time to really talk about. You do have your fire button, 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. That's basically all you need to know. It will flash 4 different colors depending on the levels of your battery. If it's a 60 to 100 watts charged, or if it's 60 to 100% charged, it will flash green. Under 9%, it's going to flash red, and then it'll do orange from 30 to 59 and blue from 10 to 29. So I think that that's great. On the bottom, you do have battery ventilation. On the top, you do have a spring-loaded 510. On the back, you're going to have your USB port. On the side, it does say iJust 21700, and it says Eleaf right here. I love the rainbow color. I think that it looks really, really nice. It's very well put together, and it matches the tank absolutely perfectly. Now, to get into the bottom, what you're going to do is unscrew this. If you have the kit that comes with the battery, it's going to come just like this, which is why I left it that way. And here it's going to show negative. All the way down there, it's going to show positive. So you always know that your positive side is going to go up. When you get the battery, it's going to have this little yellow thing on it. You have to remove that in order for it to work. And then all you need to do is just put that in there, just like that, positive down. And then this here, and turn that on. You do have to push it when you're turning it though, because it is pressurized. So you have to do that. Once you do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the green lights? And then you can go ahead and, actually, I think I just turned it off. Now it's on. Yeah, now it's on. And then the lights will actually show. It's going to be hard to see the lights. Let's see. There you go. You can see it a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see them flash real quick. And then it'll go off. It's kind of hard to see them. Yeah, it's not really, really bright lights, but it's there. If it's nighttime, you'll be able to see it really, really good. So let's go ahead and put the tank on it, and then we're going to take it up, and we're going to take a vape, and I'll give you my pros and cons. But I do want to have you take a look at this bad boy just like this. Look at this. I have to say, this is probably one of the prettiest stick mods that I've seen out there. I'm absolutely loving this bubble glass, and to me, it's shaped more like a gem rather than just a bubble. So I really like that. Some people will like it, some people won't, but they do give you the straight glass just in case you don't. But yeah, 5.5 mils of e-liquid with the bubble glass. And yeah, so let's go ahead and go on top and talk more about it. Okay, so here we are with the Eleaf iJust 21700. And before anything else, before I talk about it, pros, cons, anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and have a vape and show you the vapor production. Absolutely, absolutely great flavor. I've never had a problem with Eleaf coils, and their mesh coils just surpass anything else that they've had. I absolutely love their mesh coils. They have the strip one, and then they have the regular mesh one. Either way that you look at it, they are absolutely, absolutely fantastic coils. Again, it does come with that new self-cleaning type of system on the tank, so I think that's a pro, so that way, if there's any existing e-liquid in the base, it's actually going to be sucked up through those little ports there every time that you vape. So there's nothing really left in the bottom to sit there. So it does have like an anti-leak proof. They are calling it leak proof for that reason, because where's it going to go if it's already going up into the ports? So I think that that's great. Another thing is going to be the internal airflow. You can definitely feel it when you're vaping, the internal airflow that's on that little post in the inside. I think that that just enhances the flavor a little bit, in my opinion, because it's giving it more of a full airflow experience. I do love the 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. That's all you need to do, and watch the lights. There's only 4 different light options, which is green, red, orange, and blue. So depending on which color it's showing, that's what it's going to be. For your battery levels, 5.5 mils of e-liquid. That is a perfect juice capacity for me. And being easy to fill because you've got the slide top, I think that that's just awesome. It's easy and it's there. Also, I am a huge fan of the tri-airflow system. I love it when it has 3 different airflow holes opposed to the 2, because for me, it just feels like it's giving it more of a roundabout type of airflow and a more accurate vape, in my opinion. I like that type of vape. So that works for me. There's only like 3 cons that I've had to this, and they're subjective cons. They're not even cons, because everything else to me is great. Being able to have 21700, 18650 battery to options, I think is absolutely phenomenal. We've been asking for it. They listened. They're providing it. So not only did they change things in the tank, but they changed things in here. There are some newer ones out there with adjustable wattage and stuff like that, but people really want to be able to use their own batteries, and now you can. Because I've had a lot of people tell me that, especially in the comments of other stick type of reviews. So I did want to mention that. Okay, and for the cons, there's actually only 2 subjective cons. They're subjective to me, so I don't know if it will work for you. One is going to be the fill port to fill it is actually just a little bit small for my liking. I like it just a little bit bigger, so if it was a little bit bigger, I think that would be great. Another one is going to be the LED, or the light indicator around the fire button, is really, really dim. So it's really hard to see it, especially if you're pressing the button. I would have liked it to be maybe over here or somewhere else so that you can see it. And it's not actually lighting the whole thing as it used to do. It's only lighting on the sides of it, and it's not that bright. So that's my other subjective con. Other than that, I think that it's an absolutely amazing device. It works just perfectly. I'm absolutely loving this new bubble glass style, like absolutely loving it. It does come with short circuit protection and low voltage protection as well. And it does hold, the mod is capable of a 0.1 ohm to 3 ohm resistance. And the maximum output is 80 watts. So that's what the maximum output would be with a fresh new battery in. Okay, one other pro that I did forget to mention is the fact that they actually have these kits with a battery or without a battery. So if you want to get the kit without a battery, it's about $35. And if you want to get it with the battery coming with it, it's about $45. So to have the whole thing all together, the only thing that you would need is some juice. I think is phenomenal for $45. It's just, it's crazy not to. But yeah, so that's it for my review. If you like the review, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will answer you back. And I will see you in the next one.